Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL lately, you know that the San Francisco 49ers have been riding high for much of the season. Coming into this year, expectations were sky high after a strong 2022 campaign that saw them making deep playoff runs and establishing themselves as one of the most formidable teams in the league. But then, right at the start of this season, disaster struck. Nick Bosa, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year and one of the most relentless pass rushers in the league, went down with an injury that has now been confirmed to end his 2025 season. That's right, folks, no Nick Bosa for the rest of this year. And let me tell you, that's a huge blow to the 49ers defense, which has thrived on his pressure and ability to get to the quarterback. So, what does that mean for the Niners? Well, it's a question that's been echoing through the NFL circles over the past few weeks. Because, let's be honest, losing Bosa is like losing a cornerstone of your defense. He's the guy who makes everything happen on that front line. His absence was painfully evident in their most recent game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, where the 49ers' pass rush just couldn't get the job done. They failed to record a single sack in that 26-21 loss, and honestly, that's almost unthinkable for a team that's built around a ferocious pass rush. The Jaguars, with their solid offensive line and talented quarterback, managed to keep the pressure off and execute their game plan pretty comfortably. But for the 49ers, it was a clear wake-up call. Without Bosa, the defense lost its most consistent threat, and it showed. Now, if you're a 49ers fan, you're probably wondering, what's the plan? How do they replace a guy like Nick Bosa? Well, that's where things get interesting because, according to some NFL insiders and analysts, the 49ers might be eyeing the trade market to address this immediate need. It's no secret that teams often look to the trade deadline to fill gaps, especially when injuries hit hard like this. And one name that's been floating around as a potential target is Granderson from the New Orleans Saints. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, Granderson. Isn't he a guy who's been kind of under the radar? Well, yes, but there's some compelling reasons why the 49ers could be a realistic landing spot for him, especially given their current situation. John Sigler from Saints Wire recently analyzed this scenario in detail. He pointed out that the Saints are currently 3-1, which is pretty impressive considering their struggles in recent seasons. Despite their record, the team is actively looking to rebuild and retool, and trading players like Granderson could be part of that process. Sigler suggests that the 49ers, who are tied for the fourth fewest sacks in the league with only 5 sacks through 4 games, could really use a player like Granderson. That's right, only 5 sacks in 4 games, folks. That's a stark contrast to what they're used to with Bosa on the field. And if you look at the stats, Granderson would be a significant upgrade. This guy has been on fire early in the season. He's on pace for 18 sacks, which is pretty remarkable considering he's only managed 5 sacks in a single season before. Through 4 games, he already has 5 sacks, which is more than what the entire 49ers team has managed in the same span. That alone speaks volumes about his potential impact. And here's the kicker, Granderson restructured his contract this offseason, which makes a trade more feasible financially. He's only costing his new team the minimum salary for the rest of this year, and he's under contract for 2026 and 2027, with manageable base salaries of just over $10 million each year. So, for a team like the 49ers, which has accumulated some valuable compensatory picks for 2026, this could be a smart move. They can absorb a bit of overpaying if it means getting a player who can step in immediately and produce. Now I want to pause here for a second. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, It's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Because folks, it's not just about filling the Bosa void for now. It's also about future potential. Granderson is approaching 30, but he still has plenty of football left in him, and his ability to rush the passer could be exactly what the 49ers need to maintain their defensive dominance. Plus, with the team's focus on building a strong front seven, adding a player with his experience and production makes a lot of sense. But of course, he's not the only name being tossed around. The 49ers are also reportedly looking at other options to bolster their pass rush. One of those is Trey Hendrickson from the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, Hendrickson brings a different kind of experience. He's a veteran with 35 sacks over the past 2 full seasons, and his ability to get after the quarterback is well established. The Bengals, after starting 2-0, have hit a rough patch, and Hendrickson could potentially be available if Cincinnati decides to move on. His contract, however, isn't as friendly as Granderson's. He's a less attractive option financially, which could be a challenge for the 49ers. Still, his proven production makes him a player worth considering if the team's front office believes they need that impact pass rusher to keep their defense afloat. And looking at the bigger picture here, let's not forget that the 49ers' defense has been historically good over the past few seasons. Their ability to pressure the quarterback has been a key factor in their success, especially in playoff games. Losing Bosa is a blow, but the team has shown resilience before. They've got a solid core, and with some strategic moves, they can still compete at the highest level. Their coaching staff, led by head coach Kyle Shanahan and defensive coordinator D'Amico Ryan, is always looking for ways to adapt and optimize their roster. It's that kind of leadership that has kept the 49ers competitive year after year, even when faced with adversity like this. The draft and trade market is always fluid, and right now, the focus is on finding that right fit, someone who can come in quickly, make an impact, and help sustain the team's playoff aspirations. The 49ers are known for their smart roster management, and it wouldn't surprise me if they make a bold move in the coming weeks. Their goal is clear: keep that Super Bowl window open and ensure that their defense remains among the best in the league. It's a tough challenge, no doubt, but this team has consistently shown they're willing to do what it takes to stay at the top. Now, for all you 49ers fans out there, I want to emphasize that this situation is still unfolding. The trade deadline is approaching, and the team's front office will be working behind the scenes to see what's possible. Whether it's Granderson, Hendrickson, or another impact player, the goal remains the same: shoring up that pass rush and keeping the defense as dominant as ever. And remember, the NFL season is a marathon, not a sprint. Injuries happen, and teams have to adapt quickly. The 49ers have the talent, the coaching, and the resilience to bounce back from setbacks like this. So as we watch how this story develops, stay tuned because things are heating up. The NFC West is always competitive, and with the 49ers looking to maintain their edge, every move counts. Keep an eye on the rumors, stay connected with the latest updates, and cheer loud for your team because, no matter what, the San Francisco 49ers are still a force to be reckoned with. They've faced adversity before, and they'll do it again. And for all of you who love this team as much as I do, remember, this season isn't over yet. The battle continues, and the 49ers are determined to keep their Super Bowl dreams alive. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news and analysis. Keep that passion alive, and let's see how this story unfolds in the weeks ahead. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Niners.